Hello guys, welcome back to Trend Talks. I'm Herald. Thank you for tuning in. We are almost there, guys. I think we're at 3,900 and something. We're almost hitting 4,000 subscribers. So kindly tell a friend to hit that subscribe button to join this amazing community that's pro Harry and Megan. You guys are awesome. You guys, the way you can predict things is something that needs to be studied. The way Scotties can predict things, you know how the tabloids operate, you know how these leftover royals operate. I think it's something that needs to be studied because you guys do such an amazing job. Just recently, after Kate, was rained on with booze, tons of booze during trooping, so many of you said, "Oh, she's going to need a break. She's going to need a break because, of the booze. It got to her. She's going to need a break, a holiday or something." Well, it turns out she skipped a major event last minute and the internet is buzzing. And the way Brits and people are calling her out for just being lazy and using the cancer card yet again is just so exhausting. People are sick and tired of her. She's not going to rest. I love how the tides are turning, and right now people are trying. Let me say trying. They're not yet there, but I can see a lot of people are seeing who the leftover royals really are, and they are calling them out. That is something that I think I can applaud them for a little bit because, it takes a while, but I'm so glad that people are fuming. People are furious at her. So Kate unexpectedly cancels Royal Ascort appearance in last minute shakeup. Last minute, she literally 20 minutes to, she cancelled that event. She was supposed to go, but she cancelled last minute. And there's this discourse, the funny discourse. There's so many things. Social media is wild, guys. But again, let me just tell you some of the discourse that's happening. So first, people are saying William was like, no, I don't want you to go. William and Carmela and Charles are like told her not to go. A second, she wanted something from William and William refused to give in. And third, they had a major fight and Kate was like, no, I'm not going anywhere, because clearly they don't live together, they're separated, and I can go on and on about that, but I know you are aware. So that are some of the reasons as to why people think Kate was not able to attend, and that's why she canceled last minute. And it's so crazy right now because the royal rota, these so-called royal experts are all over social media trying to help us save face. They're trying to, she messed because she's been, she's trying to find balance. She's trying to find work balance. And also there's a cancer card where, she's exhausted, she's still healing. And people are like, we are sick and tired of that bullshit. Cut it out. We're sick and tired of that bullshit. But the comments are something else. Of course, I will read some of the comments later on because all over X, this is what's happening. This is the hot topic. It's a hot topic right now, and people are chewing Kate up. They are chewing her up. Like, oh, she could not handle the booze. Recently, it's been a terrible year. I think Kate started this year awfully. Like, the way she's been, being booed at, it's been a disaster. Glasgow ship naming event was a disaster, which the internet to date is still dragging her for. And then you have she's trying everything to be on the tabloids, to have people talking about her, because no one is interested in Kate, to be honest. No one has anything to say about her. No one is that invested in her. The only time Kate is relevant is when she's being compared to Meghan, when she's copying Meghan, whatever. Anytime they pin her against Meghan, that's when people are trying to talk about that. Actually, I've seen also a lot of people say her refusing or cancelling last minute is also an attempt to get people to talk. Like, she wants to be on the tabloids because she wants people to be like, why did she cancel? Is she okay? What's going on? People to worry about Kate. Because of course, our faves have been dominating. They've been doing great. I am so happy. You have Invictus Games. There are 5 counties who are in a bidding to host the 2029 Invictus Games. I'm so proud of Harry. You have Meghan's interview with Emma Gued. That's really, really phenomenal. It was one of my best interviews. She's just so freedom looks really good on her, and she's happy. That makes me happy. Oh, of course, Megan announced as ever products restocking on 20th this month, and on top of that, we're waiting for her highly anticipated Netflix show with Love and Megan. So much is happening. Our girl is winning, and on top of that, you have the baby mama video at 50 million views and counting. I think it's 50.7 right now. Oh God, did that. So she's everywhere. And of course, Kate does not like that because, like, where's my attention? I want my attention. And clearly, the media is snapping her. So she's trying everything within her power to get the headlines running, to dominate the headlines, and it's backfiring. She even attempted not to wear her wedding ring, and of course, no one cared. So now I think this is another attempt of her to get people talking, to people to be worried, to be concerned. Why did she cancel last minute? Is she okay? What's happening? And this Royal Rota is playing it, shielding her like, oh, it's cancer. She's trying to find work balance. She's been working back to back. Oh no, we know she could not handle the booze. That is for sure. So this discourse is happening right now. Like I mentioned, it's a hot topic, and of course I have to let you in. So the comments are savage. Stay with me. And there are so many guys, I cannot read all of them, but I managed to get a handful. Like, there's still a lot, but stay with me, because that's the best part, when people get to call her out on it, and people wonder, like, this just shows again how Kate is so lazy, because the Ascort is like Britain's most well-known race course. It holds a special week of races in June each year, so she definitely needs to be pampered, hold champagne, just sit and watch horses race and everything. But no, even that is hard work for Kate. But people are so sure she's going to show up at Wimbledon. People are like, oh wait, she could not show up here, she's going to show up at Wimbledon. So we'll just have to wait. People are so sick and tired of her, and I love that the media is calling her out. Not the media, sorry, Brits and a lot of people who are royal fans are calling her out, saying stop being lazy and stop using the cancer card every single time. We know you guys are separated. How long are you going to use the cancer card to hide the fact that these two are separated? But anyway, it's a story for another day. So here are some of the comments, and the blue says, I don't know if I should be disgusted or in awe. Who milks cancer whenever they want to pull out of an event? That's disgusting. I agree. And if not my king, that is Republic Group, say, what am I supposed to believe? Strength or balance? Because the tabloids ran it like Princess Kate unexpectedly pulls out of royal escort appearance, and the Princess of Wales had been due to ride in the carriage procession, and they keep saying it's because of work and imbalance or whatever. Stupid. Then I am says, I forgot how absolutely exhausting it is to sit in a carriage and drink champagne. My goodness gracious, the poor girl. The poor girl. Then have SK says she's not allowed in certain settings, evening dinners, glitzy galas, BAFTAs, you name it. But by all means, nothing to see here. Look that way. And then I have Dr. Maureen says, Willie wants to spend time with Jason North. Instead, I should think he's had to spend 2 days with his estranged wife already this week. He could only take so much. You guys with the Jason North. And then Duchess of Success says, oh please, how many face returns is this woman going to have? How many times is she or the press gonna land on this so-called cancer story? F-ups, and she picks up how many millions of pounds every single year? Then you have Lee says, who else wish they could tell their boss at work that they are not returning to the job until they can find the right balance between work, monthly vacation, sport events, fancy gala and tiaras, and family. But keep those taxpayer-funded paychecks coming regularly. And then Jay says, I bet she'll turn up at Wimbledon though. I think she picks and chooses what she does now, whilst using her cancer as a cover for why she's absent. I totally agree. Then have Diana says, not another carriage ride, huh? I'm sure the booing she got the other day has nothing to do with this. Huh? It has everything to do with that. And then Cool Black Kind says, oh my god, I'm laughing so much. Find the right balance. My god, she is shaken to her roots on seeing the booing, and no doubt Lord Macbeth will be blaming her for mumbling whilst Meghan baby mama dance reaches near 50 million views. Well, it's at 50 million. It's actually surpassed 50 million. And then you have Vanessa says, what balance? Lol. Balance with what? Lol, I don't think she decided to go. I think Willie Chuckles or Camto banned her. That's a very big possibility. I've seen a lot of people say that. So it's highly, highly, highly likely. And then Kia says there could be two reasons. One, either Kate getting booed by the public during her carriage ride upset her. Or two, William is sidelining her because he's jealous of the perfect Kate praise she's been getting. And then you have Nasambu says she's been returning to public engagements the whole year. Typical Kate. And then you have Tracy says, so she can ski, but is it healthy enough for a pampered day at Ascort, right? Okay. And then Pixie says, oh, F off. It's been 18 months. How long are they going to use that as an excuse? Good one. Sylvia says maybe she went to check the farmer market where Meghan and her kids are selling vegetables. Stalker vibes. And then you have Ash says, do little Kate does even less. Who'd have thought that was possible? No one would have thought that. And then Dane says she's exhausted after the weekend and doesn't want to be booed at again. And then Cloud says it's insane that she is obviously well enough to repeatedly go on holiday for skiing and go hiking in nature. But then they say she can't possibly sit alone with her husband in a carriage, then sit with him and watch the races together without their kids acting as a buffer between. You guys have really good points, good valid points. Then Angie says logistics are tough when you're both coming from separate residences. Damn. And then Fred says she's busy hugging trees. That commercial is never ever going to age well. That was the cringiest commercial I've ever seen. And then you have Jay says they're gonna milk that cancer for all it's worth whilst they hide the real truth, which is her and William have split up. I bet she'll turn up at Wimbledon. No senior royals and no Charles and Camilla. Then Mark says the royal rota will be better employed investigating the state of her marriage, which is obvious to everyone else but them, clearly. And then Cindy says she had to appear at 2 events, Saturday and Monday, and she is probably exhausted. William didn't want to take her either. Then Nikki says she's trying to find the right balance of how many boos she can take a month. And then Mark says, so obviously another cover-up for a strained relationship. Obviously, we can see right through that bullshit. Then you have Guy says, those boos are tripping. The color must have gotten to her fragile ego. Then Kevin says, I wonder if the torrent of abuse aimed at Meghan via the media, etc. is actually a warning to Kate. Leave and this is what will happen to you. Listen, leave, or this is like they're sending a message, so you're stuck with us. There's nothing else you can do. You decide to leave, you see what is happening to Meghan, it's actually going to happen to you. So she just has to stick there. Or William was like, stay at home. Or they had got into a fight, kid, okay, so this is a hot topic right now and people are really dragging and blasting her for constantly being lazy, for not engaging. Well, she's taxpayer funded, and I love that people are actually calling her out on it. I love that. A lot of so many comments, even on these tabloids, UK media tabloids, they are really dragging the hell out of Kate and the fact that she is extremely lazy. So that's the story right now. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm Emerald, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.